So the world is running out of sand. I hate to report it to you. But it's true. It's happening. We are legit running out of sand. Doesn't seem like something. It'd be like if I said, "Hey, we're running out of water." You'd be like, "The world's full of water." Yeah, but we're running out of sand. I'm gonna read this article here. This is a little bit ago. It's a little bit of time ago. It's the week. Never really read anything by these guys, but it's kind of a science article here. Why is the world running out of sand? So an increased demand for the vital construction material is having a significant environmental impact. While our beaches and deserts may suggest otherwise, sand is actually in short supply, with an unprecedented surge in demand seriously depleting global supplies. A key component of concrete, glass, and other essential building materials, sand plays a crucial role in shaping and building our urban landscapes. But a 2022 study conducted by Leiden University in the Netherlands warned that sand demand is projected to rise by 45% over the next 4 decades. By 2060, the construction sector's annual consumption is expected to reach a staggering 4.6 billion tons, primarily driven by rapid population growth and economic development in Africa and Asia. It might seem strange that the world is facing a shortage of sand when it is found in virtually every country on Earth and seems essentially limitless, said BBC Future. But sand is the most consumed natural resource on the planet besides water, said the broadcaster. Some 50 billion tons of sand and gravel, called aggregate, is used every year in an amount large enough to blanket the entire United Kingdom. Wow. Much of the problem lies in the type of sand needed for construction, with desert sand largely useless to us as its grains are the wrong shape, eroded by wind rather than water. They are too smooth and rounded to lock together to form stable concrete, explained the BBC. The sand we need is more angular stuff found in the beds, banks, and floodplains of rivers, as well as in lakes and on the seashore. So what's going on with the sand, what they're actually doing is they're dredging. They're dredging the oceans. So they got these large barges that are actually dredging. When dredging, obviously just scraping the bottom and stealing the sand from the bottom. When that happens, what do you think's happening? They're not. It's not like they're dredging around coral or sea life or any of that kind of stuff. They're disturbing the ecosystems of the oceans. Not only that, but they're actually displacing. Essentially, you're displacing water in the ocean. I know it doesn't sound like much, but you can displace water enough to actually start to raise the water level on islands, things like that. You can start to lose islands. There's reports that kind of stuff is happening. So this is not a well-known thing. A lot of people would know, but I challenge you, if you disbelieve what I'm saying, go do the research and find out for yourself. This is actually something that's really happening. But the staggering demand for the material means that riverbeds, beaches, and forests around the world are being stripped bare, and in a growing number of countries, criminal gangs have moved into the trade. Yeah, this is the weird thing too. It's like, black market for sand. How weird, eh? People will find a black market for anything to make money on, which has spawned an often lethal black market in sand. I just said that. The issue of sand comes as a surprise to many, but it shouldn't, says Pascal Peduzzi, a researcher with the United Nations Environmental Program. We cannot extract 50 billion tons per year of any material without leading to massive impacts on the planet and thus on people's lives. The problem has also been exacerbated by how poorly monitored sand consumption is, with policymakers having to rely on rough estimates of how much is used each year, unlike most other commodities. A landmark report from the UNEP in 2019 had to rely on data for cement, which sand and gravel are mixed with to make concrete, to land on a ballpark figure of 50 billion tons, said the news site. This figure exceeds the sustainable limits of sand extraction, and in some regions the shortages have already fueled targeted killings and the destruction of habitats. This just goes on about Christ, what can be done and that kind of stuff. Obviously, what can be done is we need to get better about what we're doing, what we're using for building supplies and such. Obviously, we've been using sand for, I don't even know. I mean, a long, long time. They've been doing concrete for a long time. They've been using sand as an aggregate for building since, probably predates the pyramids and such. But this is a problem, man. This is a problem that you're not really going to hear about. To heck with the global warming right now, if we can't shore up this problem. So Let me know what you think in the comments. Do a little research of your own, and correct me if I've said anything that might be bullshit.